Good morning to all of you. Myself Pankaj Kumatamta. I am serving as an assistant professor in Swami Vivekananda Government Postgraduate College Logat. And today we are discussing about the very interesting topic in algae, the reproduction in algae. And this in this PPT we are discussing about the what is the importance of reproduction and how many types of reproduction are present in algae. Now we are going to the next slide. What is reproduction? Reproduction basically it is very important for all the living organisms which are present on the earth, and the importance of reproduction is to existence of any species which are living in the in our earth. And the importance of reproduction is basically very important for the genetic recombinations as well as for the existence of any species which are present in the on the earth, as well as uh, it is very important for the new species in a long run way. Hmm. And this is basically the important of the production in algae. We know that algae are basically the thallophytic plants which are devoid of root, stem and leaves, and they are creating their own food, so they are autotrophic and thallophytic plant which are present basically in an aquatic ecosystem, and the water is very essential for their living and for their reproduction as well as. And in the next slide we see that yes, now we're discussing about the reproduction in algae. The main types of reproduction in algae is asexual and sexual reproduction. The basic difference between the asexual and sexual reproduction is the asexual reproduction needs only a uniparental need, while in sexual reproduction the biparental is very necessary. Biparental means the one is male and second is male, or you can say plus or minus, whatever we show the sign. And in this asexual and sexual reproduction, basically the mitosis is present in asexual reproduction, while the in sexual reproduction the meiosis is very necessary because it creates the genetic recombinations. And if we see the types of asexual reproduction, they are basically spore formation, fission, fragmentation, and budding. In the fission, this is simply the binary fission types of asexual reproduction, in which the cells become enlarged and in the middle they become fragmented, and the two daughter cells are formed after this fission. And fragmentation is basically when any algae become fragmented in the segments by any cause, and the new every segments become the new individuals. And while in budding, this is the type of budding in which the individuals show a growth like the bud, and these bud detach from the parental and become the new algae. While in the spore formation, basically they are zoospores, applanospores, hypnospores, actinides, cyst, monospores, carpospores, hormospores, nanocytes, tetraspores, placoni, and pseudocytes. Basically, the zoospores and the applanospores are basically the main difference in all these spores are basically the conditions. I mean to say that in the favorable condition, when all the environmental conditions are favorable, like the water is very necessary, there is no scarcity of water, plenty of water is present. We know that the algae are aquatic plants, so when the plenty of water is present, then the juice spores are found. While when the unfavorable condition is present, where the water is scarcity of water is present, and all the climatic conditions are not favorable for the development of any algae, so the applanospores, hypnospores, actinides, and cysts are formed. In these cases of unfavorable condition, the individual spores become make a wall-like structure, and these wall-like structures become the main cause. Wall-like structures are detached, and when the favorable condition is formed and the new individuals are formed. And the monospores, only one spores is formed, and in the carpospores and basically in tetraspore, they are basically the extra parasite spores are present which form the new individual, while in tetraspore they form the name is also indicated that they become in four in number, and these are spores are basically present in the spore formation of asexual reproduction. See that basically the sexual reproduction is basically out of three types. the isogamy, the anisogamy, and the ogamy. Isogamy and the isogamy, basically they are morphologically and physiologically they are all same. In this sexual reproduction, after the process of meiosis, the gametes are formed, gametogenesis is formed, and then after the gametes are which in especially in isogamy, the gametes basically they are the same morphologically and physiologically, and in isogamy they are different in morphologically as well as physiologically, while in the ogamy the male gametes is motile and the female gametes is non-motile. And if you see the hierarchy of the isogamy, anisogamy, and ogamy, they also show the evolutionary point of view, especially in the algae. And ogamy are basically shows the developed stage of the algae in reproduction, in its reproduction point of view. And thank you. Thanks a lot.